All right. Hey, thank you so much, Pam. We appreciate you joining us here to give us some insight on what's happening in on our team and in the Zija world. So, Pam, we're just going to turn this over to you, and we got some great information. Cheryl and I was on Pam's leadership call earlier today. We got a lot of great information.
It was amazing.
So, Pam, just join what. Cheryl's
no,
ready to
I
tell
was
us
going to
something.
say, I'm sorry, real quick. Emma, do you know Pam?
Okay, go ahead, Cheryl. You can make the introductions then.
Okay, so Emma, this is Pam, and she is in our team. She is our, for a better word, she's our partner, but she's our upline. So she's one to go to, like if you have any troubles, any questions. She's also another one to plug into.
So she's
Pam,
our upline Emerald leader.
And Pam she's been in network marketing for a long time, very successful. So she's a good one to plug into and to bounce some questions off of. So I didn't know if you knew her. So she's over in Houston, Texas. So she's coming to give us and share us some wisdom to help us grow our teams.
And Pam, Emma is like a dynamic player on Gina's team.
Our up and coming rising star.
She's a power player for real. So anyway, Pam, please go ahead and give us some details.
Yeah. Well, so nice to meet you too, Emma, and good to see you again, Gina. The working teamwork like that, it's awesome. I mean, when you find somebody that wants to work with you, run hard and help them, you know, because that's the fun part. And, you know, you might have to go through several people in order to find somebody that wants to do it as a business, but you have a lot of customers that are going to be happy all along the way. And guys, I mean, the stuff that's coming with Zija and already in place is, I mean, and if you heard Jeremy's call today, if you haven't, he did a live today, and it's amazing about what they're doing. You know, they're all about member success, and then they're all about helping corporate success, and they put a lot of benefits in there as well for corporate. I mean, I took like 4 pages of notes on what they're doing with them, but to have the benefits to come in where they've got, you know, their medical 70% paid, they've got employee benefits, their dental is like $1 a month, their vision's $1 a month. They've put all these plans in place for corporate, because what are they doing? They want our corporate team to stay, be happy. We're training and investing in these people, so we want them to stick around. And so that's huge. What company does that? You know, they've also done 70% is paid for their HSA, their health savings account. They've also put in a 5% match for their 401k. So there's a lot of things that they put in for the employees. And we are going to be seeing some of that coming forward as well with the new comp plan. It's not new, I would say enhanced. They're enhancing it. He's looking at it and making it more streamlined, more duplicatable, basically simplicity. And it's going to be like on levels, like level 1, 2, 3, 4, and what you do each level and step by step in the levels, so that you're just clicking off the boxes. Anybody can do that, right? And so that's what is coming. They're also going to be front end accumulated bonuses, rank requirements. They're tying some things to the Premier 20, Elite 40. So you want to make sure that you are hitting those goals and making that a goal for you, and then helping your teams to do the same that are wanting to do it as a business. They're sticking with, and there's going to be like quarterly pools. You know how we already have the profit sharing pools. It'll be like a quarterly pool bonus. I mean, there's a lot coming in. And so Summit 2020 is going to be one you don't want to miss. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you're already getting the rooms, which are already, you know, the codes and all that are there. They're sticking with the same duplication model, which is find the pain point, convert their home, get their products free. Anybody can do that. That's staying. So that's going to be the 3-point system, along with, you know, Peak Pass Plug, you know, find their interest in what that is. New member programs are going to be doing a lot of things to help them get out of the box and learn quickly. The genetic testing is going to be huge coming after the first of the year. And that, you know, I can't even begin to tell you the printout. Gina, I don't know Emma's background that much, but I know, Gina, you got medical background. Emma, do you have any medical background, or what's your background? What do you do?
I run my family's cleaning business. I'm a model and I'm a baker as well as this.
I cannot hear her. Her speaker's not up at all. Al, can y'all tell me what she just said?
So she just said that she runs her family's cleaning business. She is a model, and she works at a bakery as well.
Wow, 3 jobs. You are a busy woman. Well, I mean, and what person can't use this, right? Everybody's wanting to find ways that they can get a plan that they can stick with that's easy. It's going to be based on their genetics. And when they open it, it's like, it's almost, I don't want to say overwhelming, but it is. I mean, it is so much data, but the way that they have put it in, it's where you go into areas and then you start and then you keep going. And it's like a journey for the year on what you're going to be doing. It's going to be enhanced with using Zesha products. Now, if someone says, well, I can't really start yet. Well, what you can show them if they start this and they get their DNA testing based on their meal plan, what better way for you to marry into these places that are already working with personal trainers, that they could say, wouldn't this enhance? What if you had something to offer and then all of a sudden your clients come back and you say, this is the plan that we're going to put in place because this is your specific DNA based on what you need and your body needs. So there's going to be foods in there. There's meal plans, there's exercise, there's like when to exercise, why maybe physical aerobics aren't the best, well, maybe weight training is the best for your DNA type, preventative things. I mean, it's amazing what they've done in here. So being able to print that out and have that in your arsenal to walk in somewhere and say, wouldn't it be nice for you to be able to be the one to offer this to your clients? And you know that they're getting, I mean, it's huge. So that's going to be a big deal coming. The main thing we're focused on this week is a challenge that you guys can do, and anybody can do it. And that's the fun part. It's basically you're doing your business and all you're doing is recording it, basically. Okay. It's what you normally do all the time. Here's a sheet. You've got the sheets, just print them off. It's like a peeking sheet of what people that you're getting their name, and then you can tell I've been out working today too. And you get their email and phone number. And basically, there's a $1 billion legacy. I'm just going to read it off to you. Alan Cheryl will send this to you, but it's prospecting cycle 1, which is what we're in. You're going to pique their interest by talking, texting, or emailing your prospects to see if they're open to more information. Okay. The person that piques the most.
Pam, who is running the challenge? Is this
Pat Anderson is running the challenge. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the naturopath, the head in our team. Okay. She is giving this, offering this to her team only for incentives to really just kind of kick off because we're going to have something really big on Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming. And she said, it's a phenomenal thing. It's one of the biggest things Zesha has done. She said, and what we want to do is have our customers already in our database so that they can take advantage of this. So this week is the kind of get out there, seed, meet people, ask them to take a look, and then they'll be available for that next thing that's coming. So basically the winner of the person, so what you're gonna do is just kind of submit this in. What y'all would do is you could send them into Alan Cheryl and then they could send them to us or whatever. And then what we're doing is the person that will submit everything to Pat Anderson, and she's going to look at the data. The person that has the most peaking of, asking people to join, excuse me, at the end of this Friday night, so it ends Friday night, it is a $250 in product. So that's a big deal for people. The other part of that challenge is by Wednesday evening, there is a call that we do, with Reed Nelson on Wednesday nights, and you can invite people in there. That's part of the passing. If they want to know more, they're going to be speaking. I was told specifically on the genetic testing on this Wednesday night. So any of your colleagues that may want to learn more, that would be a place to plug them in. And then,
what time is that call, Pam?
That's 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. So you want to let your prospects know, about that. And the testing, the DNA testing, we've been told after the first of the year. We don't know the dates yet. We don't know the cost yet. But
Okay,
at least
and
they'll get more information.
do no's
So,
count, Pam?
uh-huh.
Do no's count
For
on
the
the?
Oh yeah,
PD.
no's count as well. Yes. So if someone tells you no, that's also counting on your list. You
But
know,
we
I
still
had
need
one
to
that
have their
said no.
name.
I reached out to a guy. He's a former choir director that I taught with. Asked him if he had an interest. He said no. Fine. You know, that's you're gonna get no's. That's all right. You know.
So, but
And
we
then
still need to have that individual's name and what you say,
phone
email
number.
address.
I have his phone number and his name.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, awesome.
And do you have the number there for the call on Wednesday, on Reed's call?
Well, we could send that out.
Yeah. They're actually on Wednesday nights. She said clubmoringa.com.
Oh, Club Moringa.
NelsonZoom.com is where you're going in for his call.
Right, but Club Moringa is a Wednesday call, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clubmoringa.com, I believe
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And then all week you're going to plug in, you know, if you have somebody that's interested, just get Al Cheryl on the phone. If you can't reach them, call me. I mean, just plug people in. You know, I was at the grocery store meeting a lady today to deliver product to her, and she had her groceries full in the car, and all of a sudden we turned around and she started telling me other things she was dealing with, and I didn't know that. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, I have a friend that's dealing exactly with that. I said, hold on. I said, I know you've got groceries in here, but you got to hear this real quick. I dialed, luckily she was available, picked up, and she heard her story. So and she ordered, you know, she ordered what we had recommended. So, but the person that comes in with the most new sales volume that you personally bring in this week, okay, so by Friday night, whoever has the most PV, personally enrolled volume, is going to win $500 in product. So she's given away $750 of product. So you're just going to submit your forms, and there's 2 forms you fill out, and Alan and Cheryl have those, and basically that's it. So that's what you're doing. You're doing things that you would be doing for your business anyway, but she's also rewarding a bonus on there for us. So pretty
So
awesome.
that's pretty cool because Gina just got a individual signed up, 150 PV order. That new person can count on your list toward the 500 PV. I mean $500 worth of product or 500 PV.
So when did this thing start?
Saturday morning. It's this cycle only. It's just this cycle.
Just this week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know, when you're out leading, you want to lead this, the purpose of, you know, some people want to lead with product. That's okay. I mean, if you have a product, you're going to definitely tell them about the product, right? But our goal this week is to look for business builders. So some of the language I'm going to give you right now is something that you might want to consider. Just grab your iPhone and hit voice memo real quick or something like that if you want to just record it. Then you can play it back and listen to it. But you want to go in with, as you're talking to people, thinking about who would come aboard with you, even though they can't get this genetic testing yet, okay? I want you to think outside the box and think, who would be the people that might have an interest with this? So anybody that already has clientele, right? And they're looking for validity, anything to clarify what they're doing and to complement what they're doing. So one of the things you might say is, you know, if you have if they have a minute, I wrote this down, let me find out where I put it so I can just give it to you specifically. 4 or 5 calls today. Did I write that? That was this morning, wasn't it, when we did all that? Okay, here it is. So you might just ask anyone, you know, with their business, do you like the business that you're in? You know, you want to find out, are they happy where they are? Number one, right? What are they doing to modernize their business? So that's kind of the key word there. What are they doing to modernize their business? And if there were a way that you could, and if they say, well, what does that mean, modernize? Then say, well, let's just say, what if there were a way to get an additional profit stream with or without your physical presence being there? Would you be interested in bringing something in alongside that? So, because what they're in a brick and mortar place. And if they're not there, they're not making the money, right? So what if they had a way that they could actually leverage that with an income that would work along with what they're doing with cutting edge products that are in the wellness arena through genetic testing to become aware of their personal needs and their clients' personal needs that would allow them to modernize their business in 2020, to give them a life plan for their clients. Would they be interested in looking at this with you? And if they do, that's where you want to start plugging in and then get them on those calls. But that's really the focus of where we would like people to go this week. You pick the piece that works for you, but we know that down the road, we need people that are serious with this, building a business along with gathering customers. So you want to think both ways. You want to think who would be interested in the products, and then who would be interested in modernizing their business, and how could I, who could I approach this week on that? Does that help? And then I think the other thing I mentioned on the call this morning was just make sure that you're registered. And I said that earlier about Summit. You want to make sure that you do get in on that block of rooms, because it's nice to all be at one place, and the Salt Palace and the Holiday Inn is right across the street from each other. So literally we're walking across the street, you're right there, and we're all brainstorming and have breakfast, all the fun things we do. You learn so much in those nooks and crannies of just hanging out together. So.
Awesome, great stuff. Emma, Gina, do you guys have any thoughts or questions? You'd like her to repeat something? I see y'all both feverishly taking down notes. Okay, all right, great. So thank you so much, Pam. We really appreciate you helping us out with the details. So if I can put it, summarize real quick. So Pat Anderson has an incentive that she's offering our team. Pat Anderson is our upline, what's her rank? Yeah. Way up there, Diamond Elite. Yeah. She's our upline Diamond Elite. And she has an incentive out there for her entire team that if you just go out and do peak pass plug activities, you can actually earn up to 750 PV worth or $1 worth of product, free product. That's huge. You can use that for a lot of different things. But so one winner, two contests, one for the number of people who are actually peaked. Okay. So that's 250 PV worth of free products. And then another winner could be the same person with the highest amount of PV by the end of this cycle. And that's 500 PV worth of free products. The PV must come from new distributors. So on a call this morning, Max said, hey, there was one person who had a new person come in, and that was a 75 PV order. So if nothing's changed and no new people came in so far, Gina, you would be in the lead with 150 PV. So, but you have to fill out the form and make sure the forms are filled out. And there are deadlines for turning in the forms. So
the deadline is going to be Monday at, is it 8 a.m. I think it is?
Yeah, so Monday, so the cycle ends, and there's on the 15th. Yeah, but then the deadline for turning in your paperwork to make sure that Pat Anderson and everybody get the paperwork is that Monday. Okay, so just make sure we're filling it out, and Cheryl and I will forward the forms to you. But keep track of those. So that's a big deal. Man, Z just said they're going to enhance.
I think the PV too, I didn't hear her say, she may have, maybe I missed it, but I thought the PV could be customers or distributors as long as it was new enrollment.
Right, new enrollment. So new PV, either customer or distributor, exactly. I may have just said customers. I automatically think new customers because unless somebody's coming in as a business builder, they're coming in as a customer.
So this is like our cycle sheet.
It's like what?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I already got 7 people. I already got 7 people on my cycle sheets this week.
Woohoo!
That's huge. That's so if they purchase, say it again.
So I've already talked to 7 people and 1's purchased.
That's great.
That's huge.
Report it down, get your list going, and start marketing. That's exactly what we're doing. And everybody's
So
on
we're
the
going
phone.
to send it to you.
You know, I mean, we're not sitting there, what you doing? So we love it.
Awesome.
Everybody can help each other. Yeah.
Yep. Here's Zija said that they're enhancing the compensation plan. Like Pam said, listen, now's the time to be in Zija because of this genetic wellness plan. Nobody is doing this in our industry. We're the very first. And what Pam was getting across is, say you know somebody who is, let's take, for instance, personal trainer, because we have a personal trainer on our team. That personal trainer talk to their clients. They already have clients coming to them. They talk to their clients and say, listen, there's a genetic test and I want to get a wellness plan specifically for you. It's going to detail everything, what you should be eating. As a matter of fact, Pat Terry told a phenomenal story on a call today. I wish it was recorded so you could hear it. She was saying how she didn't lose weight. She couldn't lose weight. Exercising, she had to exercise 3 times harder than a normal person if she was going to lose any weight. She couldn't eat any fats and everything. So the keto diet plan is she would always gain weight. Well, this genetic testing, because we have test groups, Pam and Charles, they're in on the test group. So they have their genetic stuff already laid out. So I don't know. So I'm just talking from her experience. Pat was saying that this thing tell her all detailed stuff, when she should be eating, what she should be eating, how she should be exercising, all of the details. She said people tell her, don't eat late at night. The plan told her your body works best when you eat at night. I'm going to tell you, Cheryl and I, before she started telling us that, we looked at Pat Terry is like, whoa, she looked like she done lost weight already. But anyway, she was saying that this plan just detailed everything specifically for her. So the thing that worked for everybody, that everybody said, oh, keto's for everybody, or this is for everybody. No, your genes will tell you if these things will work for you. So if it's specific thing or those specific things, it would detail, and it tells you when to eat, all kinds of stuff.
Well, this is not just for people with weight issues. Think about all of those people who are struggling with chronic illnesses and don't feel like they're getting better. And it's like, hey, I'm taking all these medications, every year I'm feeling worse. This is for those people as well, and it's going to direct them to what's the best products for them to take in order to get the best results.
Right. And not only
on prevention too.
Go ahead, Pam.
It also works on like what your DNA might be predisposition to have happen in your life. And so you can come in on a prevention side and attack it so that you don't get that. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome.
It's awesome. So getting back to that personal trainer, the personal trainer can get their client to say, look, take this genetic test. Let's see how to best work with you specifically for your body and your genome system. And then they get great results from that. That's going to blow their business up. And in our world, if I have one personal trainer and they have access to 20 other personal trainers, the thing is, hey, you can own all of the other personal trainers in the city. If you're the first one to do this, make this successful and talk to your other personal trainers in your world, and whoever's interested in getting the results you're getting, they can basically partner with you and you could benefit from that. So this work with the massage therapist, the physical therapist, chiropractors, anybody who has a book of business where people are talking about health, and it can go beyond that as well. But still, this is huge. Zija is changing the game. So this is a great time to be in it. Those are a couple of things that I grabbed from this. Go ahead, Gina.
So did Pat send information about the genetic testing, or Pam, do you have something like that? I haven't seen any literature on it.
No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
And that's the thing, that it's an awareness that we're talking about, just to see who might be interested. They'll give more on the call Wednesday night, but right now it's such in the testing phase. They're getting feedback from us, that we're taking surveys, we're implementing what our test told us so that we can give feedback to them on things. So all we've been told is it's going to be available after the first of the year. And we are the company that's cutting edge to be able to offer it. And, you know, like Al just said, I also would think about people, guys, that are really go-getters, that have that business sense, because you get one in, like Al said, they're going to want to drive their business. And when they get these other trainers under them, they're going to be rocking. And that's the same thing. So if you think of, you know, don't think of someone, I would think of who is out of everybody I know, who's the best high focused go-getter person. And usually they're busy. You know, sometimes people count people out that are busy, but look at you guys, you're busy people, but you also know what you have your hands on. And so therefore you're implementing what it takes in the nooks and crannies to get this going. So you don't have to kill yourself, you know, long-term for the rest of your life. You're going to have residual income coming. This is cutting edge what we have. So you want to look at the people that, who would I want to be in business with? You know, and would you look at this with me? You know, consider, it may or may not be for you, but man, I'd love to have you in business with me. And what better way for us to partner now on cutting edge? You know, think of Apple. Think of the guys that got in, you know, the shares or whatever they were doing. Z's just so beautiful about across the board. You're in, you're part of this team, you're getting compensated. So it's a good thing. Any other questions y'all have?
Nope, I think we're good. Hey, thank you so much, Pam. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Yeah, and they've got my number if you need anything, or Emma, you can get my number from them. If you know, I'm just thinking if you can't reach them, and sometimes you've got somebody you need to talk to, you can't reach Gina. Just know that it's a team effort with everybody helping each other.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pam.
All right. Well,
okay.
Thank you. Cheryl, you have anything?
No, I was just going to say I needed to talk to you, Pam, because tomorrow I'm going to be seeing my surgeon. And, you know, she's very entrepreneurial. I won't have very long, but I want to introduce this to her. They deal a lot with weight loss surgeries and things like that. She's been dripped on. She's in the funnel because she was talking about our plant protein and stuff. So I would love to introduce this, you know, the genetic testing to her, but I'm only going to have minutes. So I just wanted some feedback as to how can I get that in there and, you know, get her some information fast.
Well, I would say that, you know, as you know, you have so many people that come to you for weight loss, you know, and, you know, you have to kind of hear where she is. Now, if she's making all of her money up front in surgical techniques, she may not be open. You know, it's like some of the CBD shops we've gone into, they make more money on their oils because what do they have to do? They got to sell them over because the people aren't in jet, you know, your body doesn't recognize it. So they're selling. But what are they doing? They're not helping their clients. If they were on the squares, they'd be really helping. If this person thinks outside the box and says, even after this surgery, you know, like, because I had a really good friend, she went into, what do you call it? Is it bariatric? Is that what they call it? The surgery where they majorly go in? Okay. She said, I'm going to do it. I've already made my mind if I'm going to do it. It's December, I'm doing it because I'm on my insurance and I can get it done. And I said, look, let's talk. We talked with Pat, you know, I got her on calls so she could hear the pros and cons of it. She was still dead set on taking the surgery. And I said, okay, embrace the surgery. And I understand that's what you want to do, but prepare your body going into the surgery. Give it the building blocks so that when you come out of the surgery, you've got your building blocks to rebuild your gut, your health, your flora, everything that you need. And she did. And she's still on our products, and she has not had the issues that everybody else has. She has not put the weight back on. She's still losing weight.
Wow.
And so she's been able to embrace it. So that's the angle I would take with her, because it's not that she wants to stop what she's doing, but if there were a way to help her clients based on a specific eating plan that they could have after this surgery that would be specifically designed for them, if they could have a plan of action going into surgery. I just talked with one lady today, and that's what she's doing. She said, order the super mix and the recover because I want to have it. I want to have it going in to the surgery. She's going in surgery on the 25th. So she's going to 2 weeks pump her body so that she's building up her immune system, at least, the things that she can do ahead of time. So I would probably take that approach. Does that help?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
While we brainstorm.
That's right. That's right. All right.
All
So
right,
if there's nothing else, then we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you, Gina and
Appreciate your
Emma, for
time.
being here.
Yes.
All right.
You.
All
You're
right.
welcome. We'll talk to you. Have a good night.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.